All right, we good?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
I need to know everything, who and the what and the where, I need everything. Trust me, I hear what you're saying, but I like it's
Hey, glad to have you all back on another episode of Candy's World on Wheels. Today we have our slow race champion, Jess.
Yes.
She whipped them, and on a mosquito fogger.
Oh, good old two-stroke.
Yeah.
Good old two-stroke.
Okay,
I love
so for those who didn't follow our slow race championship for this year, please tell them about that, but then also how you got into motorcycling.
So, coming to WOW for the bike nights, they had slow races. I have pretty good extensive training with going slow speeds. So I got suckered into doing it. And
I saw somebody twisting your arm. Oh,
yeah, I know.
do it.
I know. I'm like, okay, I guess I can. And I think I had my dad's old 74 Yamaha two-stroke. And I'm like, all right, well, we'll see what happens.
Mm-hmm.
It's not a bike that's usually meant to go slow, but we're going to make it happen. We're going to smoke everyone out while we do it.
That was your strategy.
Yeah. The smoke really gets people.
Yeah, gets their eyes watering. They can't see what's going on.
They can't hear anything. Like, it's just great. It's fantastic. It was a power play.
Yeah,
That's what it was.
there you go.
I was just going to take
well thought out strategy.
Yeah. So I got into riding back in 2021. I was working for Cobb PD.
Mm-hmm.
And the motors unit guys, they're up at the same precinct, and they came through and they're like, hey, we got a motor school going on. You want to sign up? And I'm like, I've never ridden a bike. I've been on the front of the dirt bike with my dad. Mm-hmm. But me and my mom grew up doing riding horses.
It's similar. The motorcycles listen better sometimes, though.
Yeah, they don't randomly just go that way.
Yeah,
usually, unless you send them that way. So my brother and my dad did motorcycles, and so me and mom did horses. But the motorcycle guy's like, "We'll teach you," and I'm like, "Okay,
sure."
I get paid to do it. Like,
awesome.
They paid to teach me. I learned on a Road King, so 800 pounds. You got really good at picking up those heavy bikes.
Yes.
It was just very much a learning curve because it was just 80 hours of slow moves.
Yes.
That's all it was. It was just learning cone weaves, offset cones, like just super tight turns. I ended up getting hurt in that one just because it's so exhausting. It's just, you're just flipping those handles. It's so exhausting. So I came back the next year, of course, top of the class because I ended up buying a bike and went downhill from there. We just expanded. I do like to further my education.
Yeah.
So anything that I can do to make myself a better rider, I'm all for it. I will always say yes if I have the means to do it.
Yeah.
Track, dirt bikes, mini moto.
Well, starting off doing the motors course, that's pretty strong. That's pretty strong. That's probably one of the most grueling ways to learn how to ride a motorcycle because you're doing stuff that it's like not the average person's doing it anyway. Yeah,
no, they most people either they learn from a buddy or they go and do the MSF and that's it. So doing hours upon hours upon hours and a lot of drops, and I still drop my big bike. Like, it's just what it is. I just get tired and it just decides to take a nap. So I'm like, okay, well, I guess we're going to have to pick it up now.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was a great experience to learn from those guys because they have so much knowledge, and skills. I did not want to do it as a career choice just because I was having so much fun out of work. Yeah. That I didn't want to ride every single day, no matter the temperature or the weather. And a lot of those guys are just like, we just don't really want to ride afterwards. Yeah. And I'm like, I get that. I don't want to be like that. So I opted to kind of skip that part and just build my own knowledge. I moved into mini motos and then into big track. And then now I'm into dirt pretty good. I'm really liking the dirt riding.
Cool. So you've actually done kind of a reverse learning curve.
Yeah.
Started off on something I'd be like, no, absolutely not. But it worked for you. And you just, most people start off in the dirt and go to the 800-pound motorcycles. You started off there. And if you now, knowing all of that, if you had the choice to do it again, would you have still done it that way, or would you have reversed it and started dirt first and then?
No, I probably wouldn't. No? I'd probably keep it the same because I've really enjoyed the knowledge I got from them.
Yeah.
And I feel like it made me a safer rider.
Yes.
Especially at slow speeds.
Yes.
And like riding with people, I'm like, watching them, and it's just kind of like, can you not? You know? And it's like, how about you do this? And they do it, and it's like, oh, that's so much easier. And I'm like, isn't it? Isn't it? When you're not fighting the bike and you let the bike do what it's supposed to do.
Yes.
So yeah, I wouldn't reverse it. It would stay the same. Because like I said, I'm really liking dirt right now. Well, it's just where I feel like I belong, because it kind of ties in with like horse riding, the way the bike moves and the way you're going through stuff. Yeah,
we have to be very loose and light in the saddle.
Yeah, you just gotta watch out for those trees. They jump in front of you. I don't know. They just, all of a sudden they're there, and it's like, that wasn't there a few seconds ago.
Yes. Yeah, there could be one tree in the pasture and somebody's going to hit it.
Oh yeah, you look at it, you're going to hit it. You're going for it. You're going straight for it.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. There's some stickers. The dirt hurts, it's like little Band-Aids.
Yeah.
Dirt hurts.
Yeah.
But it is sometimes softer than asphalt. It just depends on, there's a lot more obstacles on trails.
Yeah.
Most of it, well, yes and no. I guess it depends on exactly the situation. But, rocks and sticks and branches and all that.
Yeah, and it depends on what gear you're wearing.
Oh, for anything, any kind of ride.
Yeah. Yeah, that, if you're not wearing a jacket, you go down on asphalt. It's going to eat you up pretty good. But if you're wearing a jacket like you're supposed to,
you'll have less of the cheese grater effect.
Yep. Whereas dirt, it's not. There's some stuff out there, but there's just, most people just ride in the jersey and like a chest protector, and that's it.
Yeah.
You hit a rock, that thing's gonna hurt.
Yeah, lots of bruising, coming away looking like you were at a paintball war where somebody used frozen paintballs.
Oh yeah, most definitely. I look at my legs a couple days after. I'm like, oof.
Yeah.
How'd that happen?
How'd that happen? Yeah, I don't remember that.
Yep.
So you work for PD currently, or?
No, so I left a couple years ago due to a traumatic incident. So I ended up moving out for mental health, and I got into pest control, which is a little kind of like polar opposite.
I could say something, but I won't, about dealing with the same kind of things.
At least I don't have to worry about roaches shooting me yet.
That's true.
I say yet, because it's going to come one day.
They're going to come around with a little, like a little thing,
they got a little backpack loaded up, just ready. I'm like, oh no.
Is it going to be with bullets or raid, though? I wonder.
I don't want to find out.
Yeah,
honestly. But yeah, no, it actually pays more, and I still get a take-home vehicle, and I can basically make my schedule. So if I want to go off for the weekend and ride dirt or do like any kind of races or anything, they're just like, okay, as long as your route's handled. And I'm like, cool, thanks. And I'm out,
Oh, so that's good.
So it fits for what I'm doing right now, which is traveling and trying to do some more dirt stuff,
Well, half the PDs now like, Terminex, are y'all hiring?
Yeah. I know they're hurting for people. Like it's just not a job for everybody.
Yeah,
it's not. I was up at Precinct 1 right up here in Kennesaw, and it's just between the college kids and the homeless. It was rough.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Some days are just like, what are we even doing, guys? Like,
well, when they make crazy the new normal, that has a lot to do with it.
Yeah, you learn to talk crazy.
Yeah.
You're just like, oh, really? Tell me more. And it's just like, they just go on this tangent. It's like, okay, it's like, I have no idea what you're talking about, but there's invisible people in your walls. That's cool. You know?
I know. We often interact with the recently dehomed, and, where we're located, we get quite a bit of it. And one guy was in here recently, wanting to buy something. But of course, check was in the mail and he's going to come back once he got his checks and everything. And I jokingly said, what if all this BS he was just saying was true? Because he was talking about how he was an MK Ultra patient and this and that, and they just set him free and whatever. And it's like, it's a good cover, for an MK Ultra person, because then, nobody's going to believe him. Yeah. So it's like, what if it was true? Yeah. You just kind of play devil's advocate because, the salesperson walks in going, man, this guy's out there, he trapped me outside and was, telling me all these crazy stories. And, just for a moment, I was like, what if he's not crazy?
I mean, people panhandling.
Yeah.
They make some money.
Oh, they do. I know. Every now and then somebody gets busted for like tax evasion and they made like $80,000 standing on the corner, 75. Yeah. And you can generally tell which ones are doing that because they're a lot cleaner. Yeah. And, their little signs are clean. Yeah. White poster board. You're not going to get white poster board if you're truly homeless. So it's kind of funny, the people that do that. And they think that real observant people are not noticing that. It does irritate me to no end because I do have personal experience with people who can't handle society. Yeah. So they end up, on the streets. And so when I see the grifters like that, that's taking advantage of the sensitivity of people's hearts. And, I know people that cannot go by without trying to give them some money or give them some food. Yeah. And then I kind of sit back and I watch what that person does. And the food goes in the trash. Yep. And the money goes to the next convenience store for cigarettes or beer or a little liquor store bottle thing. And, I just wish those people that just blindly just kept giving and giving would realize many of them are like that. Because the ones that are out there in front of a busy intersection or in front of a store usually are the ones that probably should get a job. Yeah. And the ones that are really in need, in my opinion, are the ones that are hiding in the trees and really like living behind a dumpster. And
so a lot of times the people that are out panhandling, they want to be there. Yeah. They don't want help. Yeah. They don't want help. There's Must Ministries right up there, close to Canton, above the loop. Like, and you got to go by the rules, which is, you got to try and get a job and you can't do drugs and you can't,
And you have to be in at 4.
Yeah. And there's all these rules. So there are places, and if people want to help people, probably don't give it to the person on the side of the road because there are options out there that they can go to. So just donate to the homeless shelters, directly. Yeah. So then they can actually go to help the people that do fall into unfortunate circumstances and are trying to get back, Yeah. Though one day I was pulling off of Ernest Barrett and I saw homeless ZZ Top. I was like, what?
I think I saw him, actually.
Yeah, he looks like ZZ Top. I was like, what are we doing?
They fell upon hard times. The music industry isn't what it used to be.
Yeah, I didn't know Kensaw had a ZZ Top going. I was like, all right, whatever.
ZZ Top was silly and they didn't get their own music rights.
Yeah. He was panhandling though, so don't donate.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, don't donate.
No. He donate to actual established shelter.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it is, again, having to deal with it here so frequently. It's frustrating because even the shelters, the shelters help X amount, but unless we can address the addictive or the mental issues, it just doesn't really.
Yeah, it's a lot of self-medication. A lot of self-medication. And I get it because, I got a list of stuff going on.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's definitely a thing out there that a lot of people they struggle, and with the weather change, it's cold. Yeah. So, they got to go somewhere. And a lot of them end up in a building, and they get kicked out and it's just.
Yeah. We try and help quite frequently, but then it kind of almost ends up backfiring, most of the time. So we just do our own thing and we just call the new public safety squad that's been made just for dealing with the Cobb County people, or Cobb Parkway walkers is what we nicely say. Yeah. So they increase the shelter size and it increases the amount of people coming to this area.
Ooh, absolutely.
But then now they had to make an entire division to deal with the people who are breaking into buildings and cars and, kind of being a little bothersome. And it just goes back to, why don't we help them?
Yeah.
And doing away with mental institutions. I know they were done away with for a lot of reasons because people were not treated well in them. But there's people who are just never going to be able to function. If they can't live by the must rules, they can't live by just general society rules. And we need to have a different option for them. And then, like they've been talking about the places in California that are actually, it's a money scheme. You've created this whole industry on homeless now. And the city of San Francisco is, getting or giving like something crazy, like hundreds of thousands of dollars per homeless person. I mean, there's nobody that's going to be incentivized to fix homelessness if that's the case.
Yeah.
If now you're making, big six figures for managing the homeless system, and then you're like, okay, I cleaned up homelessness and now I don't have a job. Yeah. That's not a good way to incentivize it. So
yeah, it's definitely tricky. A lot of it is they also have to want the help.
Yeah. And that's where we have to have a different thing. Whatever it's, mental institution or something, we have to have somewhere because most of the families can't handle them anymore. And, what are you going to do? Just wander the streets until they expire.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what happens.
Yeah. As a cop, we had our hands tied a lot with even it just branch out from the homeless population. Just people in general is our hands were tied.
Yeah.
Like unless they were a danger to themselves or a danger to somebody else. Mm-hmm. And we did have a officer that traveled around with a clinician that could help make decisions if someone needed to be submitted somewhere, but a lot of times they don't quite meet the criteria. They're not quite there yet.
That's the crazy part. That's the part that is annoying is so many people need help, but they're one or two checkboxes away from meeting the help criteria.
Yeah.
And I think that happens more oftentimes than not. And we need to fix that. So there's a lot of studies being done on how motorcycling is very, very therapeutic and how it really does help the brain calm down. And when I don't think the recipe for homelessness is to give them all motorcycles, but anybody suffering a little bit of mental stress, take a ride on a motorcycle. And it does really help calm things down. And
it does.
It clears your mind because you have to focus on what you're doing. Like you have to think about the road and how you're handling the motorcycle. So we do want to talk more about that. I have some friends that are in the mental health field that I want to have in.
Yeah.
To talk about those studies. And there's a guy on YouTube that's, I think, a psychiatrist or psychologist that does little segments on it and why you should do it. So,
it helps me.
Get your throttle therapy in.
Yeah, it definitely helps me, because I anxiety and all that stuff. So just going out and being able to just be in the woods, it's very calming. Mm-hmm. And it still tests my skills, so it still keeps my mind working. So I can't start thinking about things and go down that slide. It definitely has a link. There's definitely a link.
Because you can't be worried or thinking about your problems when you're on your motorcycle. I mean, you can, but if you're doing any kind of technical riding, you're doing any technical riding now because you're all your faculties have to be focusing on what you're doing.
Yep.
Multitasking in the brain when you're riding is not easy to do. And
it's not
advised most of the time. But it's a good way to work through problems. It's a good thing to just think, just let your mind wander.
Listen to that cardo.
Yeah. Well, when I ride, I don't. When I rode, it's been a little while. I would like to just ride with nothing and just let my brain just
I can't do that. My brain's too
active.
Too active. I have to have something in the background to help tame it down a little bit.
No, you just need to increase your technical whatever you're doing, you need to increase the technical aspects of it. Because
then I will just have to travel the dragon up and down constantly and never leave.
There you go. Well, there's real estate for sale up there too.
Listen, no, I'm good. There's enough videos out there. I've done it. It's cool. It's fun.
Wednesdays is the good day to go up there. It's quiet. Definitely not a weekend.
Yeah.
Not a weekend thing.
Yeah.
So you explained your motorcycling, but how much were you into horses? Did you ever do any competition, or was it just like a hobby?
So growing up, I rode for like 20 years.
Oh, okay.
My mom got me into it, and then she got into it. So we were pretty heavy there competing. I mean, we weren't like at a super high level because you got to have money for that. We did not have money. Mm-hmm. So it was, I learned a lot. I learned a lot about responsibility, mm-hmm. Because you got to clean them, you got to feed, and, I always tacked up my own horse, So it's just, you learned a lot, and I learned a lot of skills. I learned how to stay on very well. Mm-hmm. Probably why the dirt biking works so well for me, because I just stick to it. It was a good learning curve. I've debated on going back, if I can find time.
What kind of competition did you do?
So I started in 100 jumpers. Mm-hmm. I went into dressage towards my teens, and then towards my early 20s, I was dabbling in eventing, but it just got so pricey. Mm-hmm. So pricey. I mean, it was worse than a track day.
Yeah.
And track days are expensive.
Yeah, because the motorcycle doesn't eat when it's just sitting in your garage.
It does not. But I will tell you, fuel leaks will pop up, and that's currently what I'm battling. I have 2 bikes with fuel leaks, and I'm like, what's happening?
Yeah, they might pee on your garage floor, those motorcycles, but they're not in constant need of feeding and mucking out and things like that. Yeah, I did Western riding. I grew up out in the desert, and we'd go out on the weekends and ride in the desert. And so I could never find my way here in horse riding because going from the desert to the hills or mountains of Georgia and trail riding was very different, very different. And it was very nerve-wracking, I guess, for me because, in the desert, you're just letting the horse go flat out. There's not trees and branches and rocks and I know those trees, they're always a problem when you're in the woods. But it was beautiful in the desert, just absolutely beautiful. There was an old pueblo that we would ride out to. That was our turnaround point. Yeah. And it's, I think, probably that similarity of the feeling of freedom on the motorcycle when you're just in the zone, but being on a horse that is able to just do its own thing as fast as it wants.
Oh, yeah.
Is amazing. And I don't think you can do that here.
No. It gets very challenging to find the right fit for you. Mm-hmm. I've gone to many trainers, and it's the same thing. I always trying to do better. Mm-hmm. So not getting stuck with one trainer who teaches the same thing over and over and over again and never seeks more knowledge. Yeah. I want somebody that's still training themselves. Yeah. And it's very hard because now I'm trying to find somebody, and it's like, I'm at a level that's not beginner. Mm-hmm. But I don't want to compete. I do not have that much interest. I just want to ride. Right. But I still want to do what I like to do. I like dressage and I like jumping. So it's kind of like a fun point. And it's expensive now.
Change styles and go to the Western where they do like the pistol shooting. That would be fun. That'd be fun.
I mean, I am a pretty good shot.
That would be a challenge for you. It changes your style, changes everything about it, and it lets you bring in your shooting skill.
I thought about roping.
Yeah?
I thought about roping. I can throw a rope too, but there again, it's just finding the right people that I click with, which is a whole thing.
Well, the whole equestrian industry here used to be very, very big when I moved here in the middle 80s. I mean, there was horse farms. There was probably horse farms just right down the street here. Yeah. And it's just like anything else. All the land is being eaten up, and horses
they get
are very expensive. So you have to have, you have to have a fair amount of money. I mean, if you think feeding your dog is expensive.
Yeah. Feed a thoroughbred and we'll find out.
Right.
Those things are just money pits.
Yeah. And unless you're doing something with it where you can have some kind of return on income, or if you have a stable where you're renting, and then maybe, having kids come and ride and pay for lessons. It, or people, lessons and stuff. It would be hard to it'd be hard to justify all that. And when we moved out here, it seemed like there was so much more land with, any barn animals or, farm animals, horses. And you'd have just a smattering of animals all around. And, as a kid, you don't recognize that costs money. But it seems prohibitively expensive nowadays when, in the mid-'80s, it seemed like it was very commonplace around here. So either everything has gotten just infinitely more expensive to where it's just not feasible to have it, or, I don't know, those people had more money than I realized.
Yeah.
Probably everything.
Yeah, because we moved out to Haralson County, which is almost Alabama out there. And we had like 7.5 acres. And my mom recently sold it a couple years ago to move to Florida to be grandma. She needs to be grandma.
That's good.
Go to soccer games and stuff and grandkids. But yeah, it had gotten pricey, Someone's got to cut the grass.
Yeah.
Just
plant trees.
Yeah.
That's what I do with any of my houses now. I get rid of the grass, put in, flower beds.
But then you got leaves. What to do with the leaves? And I am not a
poison.
leaf person.
Pick your poison, mowing all the time or leaf blowing every now and then.
I'll cut the grass.
Okay,
I'm not a tree person.
Yeah.
They have their place far away from the house.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, it was growing up. I mean, not a lot of people have anywhere near that experience to be able to go, and ride horses and do that kind of stuff. So, very lucky to have that chance, and then very lucky to learn how to ride motorcycles through work. So growing up was great,
Well, I see there's some parallels between, and I've always kind of compared the two for whatever reason. I don't know, I guess because you ride them, but having the experiences of riding horses when I was younger and then riding motorcycles later, there's similarities with them, but also from and I may be wrong, I'm not an equestrian person. I am just talking merely out the other end of myself. But it does seem like there's been a decline in it. And I did have my son helping at one of the stables not too far from us. This guy has like this last little area that he lives next to some power lines. So he kind of gets into that property to walk the horses around. But the guy was so excited to see my son because he said, boys just do not come to the stables anymore.
Oh, no.
They do not. And he said it, 20 years ago, there'd be half boys, half girls here.
Yeah.
Now it's just the girls. And he said it is so rare to see any boys coming to learn how to ride horses or take care of them in the stalls. And my son really, really liked it. It just, once it became July and 105.
It's so hot.
I picked him up one day and he was sweating from head to toe and his face was red, red, red. And he's like, I don't want to do this anymore.
Yeah. Yeah, it's hard. But yeah, it's growing up, I rode mainly with all girls. Like there was no, and I guess in English, it's not going to be as many men anyway. It's usually a lot of women riding.
Yeah.
So yeah, now it's video games and e-bikes.
Yeah. And that's what the guy that had the stables was saying. He said between the ball sports and video games, the boys just go away. But it's also other sports too that have suffered a little bit from this change. And I think that it is beneficial for kids in general to learn how to ride motorcycles, bicycles, and things because it does bring about a little bit of coordination and hopefully a little bit of mechanical ability, or at least having the knowledge on how something works. And I get a flat tire. What do you do when you get a flat tire? Let's see if we can fill it with air, and let's, having the skills with your fingers to take off, your cap and put on the pump and get it all to work and put it back. And just those little things that, my son can do it, but it's kind of like a foreign object to him. Yeah. Like it's a struggle. Yeah. And, I think back to like when my brothers were little, they'd be doing it like just second nature.
Yeah.
So those basic life skills kind of are dwindling a little bit here and there unless the parents really take the time to say, I'm going to teach my kid to do, hammer and nails, know how to check tire pressure, know what flashing lights.
Change a car tire.
My son helped me with that. I ran over a razor blade of all things, cutting across. I was actually driving over our median over here, so it was a little bit my fault, but razor blade right in the tire. And I let him do the whole thing.
Yep.
I showed him how to do it, and I have the video of it. He was so happy. And they had like these little service gloves in the tire changing kit. So he puts on the little gloves, and I showed him, okay, well, if you want, like if we were on the side of the road, we just happen to be here in the parking lot. I'm like, a good thing to do is take the floor mat out and put it down where you're going to have to be. So I showed him kind of like if this had been a roadside thing, like this is what I would do. And you make sure you're safe, and you do this, and you make sure that everything is positioned properly. And so it was a good little learning experience. And he was ready to do it, and he'll always remember that. I'm not sure he'll remember how to change the tire later.
YouTube,
but,
that's fine.
Right, yeah. YouTube University
well,
to
at least
the rescue.
he's done it.
Yeah, he's had the actual experience.
Yeah.
So. Yeah, that was fun. It was his little challenge that he conquered when he was younger.
Yeah, I like get down and dirty. Like I worked with heavy equipment there for a little bit. So like anything, changing alternators, oil, hydraulic fluids, like that was just learn. I guess that's just me. I like to learn things.
Yeah.
Especially with my hands.
Yeah.
Don't give me a book unless that book is mostly pictures because it will not translate. Really good at IKEA furniture.
Are ya?
Because it's mostly pictures.
Side hustle.
No.
She'll come and install your IKEA furniture for you.
I will.
Okay.
I will. I'm pretty good at it.
That's
it
good.
only takes me a short time because, like I said, it's just mostly pictures. And I'm like,
I find they always skip some step somewhere. At least in my experience with IKEA furniture, which has been little because the first time they skipped a step and I was going back and forth and I'm like, what is missing? What is missing? Yeah. I figured it out, but I'm like, there's item number 4 is missing.
Yeah.
Bad translation. So, I next time I think about buying IKEA furniture, I'll make sure you are available.
Yeah.
I'll do that.
It's always a fun one because there again, it's making my mind work.
Yeah.
And not think about anything else going on in my life.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, well, this picture looks like this. And this picture, it kind of looks like that. And, just kind of go through it.
A, B, C, D.
Yeah. Hopefully they have the little stickers on it. It makes life so much easier when they have the little stickers on it.
When somebody forgets the sticker or forgets the flow chart.
Yeah.
Next point, it's can make your night turn into one of those things where you become like this crazy person.
Yeah.
And
sometimes you just gotta walk away.
I know.
You just gotta walk away and then come back to it.
Yeah. You're like trying to assemble a table and it's like 4 hours later and like keeps falling over or something. And no. Yeah. I don't like IKEA furniture. And it's funny when we look on Facebook for a lot of things, like most of the stuff like right in here came from there. And if people are like IKEA furniture, I'm like, it's going to break when you move it.
Facts. It is. It is.
That's not a selling point for me at all. As a matter of fact, I wouldn't put that on there.
Yeah.
But I do have a table we bought. They were specials. You know how they put the little end caps and they have like this special of the week or whatever. It was a $9 IKEA table. And it has managed to survive through 3 moves, through our commercial moves, which is a big deal. One of them did suffer some dire damage, but I've been impressed with that. Yeah. But it's very basic. It's very, very basic.
Yeah, you start getting fancy with stuff and more things break on it. It's just what it is.
Yeah, but that's about the only IKEA piece that I feel okay with. But you can't put much on it. Like I think we put something kind of heavy and it dented right into the top material. So
it happens.
But they ship flat, so everything works for them.
It does. It does.
Yeah, the pioneers of bulk furniture, Scandinavian style. I think they have some extra added benefit of doing like the cinnamon rolls when you walk in. I think they've done some like psychology studies there to be like, Duck is like, hell yeah, Swedish meatballs and cinnamon rolls from IKEA.
Well, the way they have it set up, they're like funneling you through it, and it's like, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
It's almost like when you go to the aquarium, it's like, okay, here's your map and here's what you're going to do first. You're going to go through to visit the kitchen and dining areas and then.
Work your way through the map. And it's like, oh, okay, I need to get here, but I'm here and I have to go.
Yes.
All the way to get there.
I think it's funny too when they put in like the dorm room areas and they're like full living in 250 square feet.
Okay.
Like, what? I think like closets bigger than that.
My dog won't fit in that.
Right, I know. Yeah. But hey, you know, it's somebody walks through there and goes, this is my perfect dorm room.
Hey, more power to them. Mm-hmm. I'm thinking about getting a school bus, but we'll see how that works. Not sure how that change. It might help me a little bit with the ADHD, you know, if I shrink it down, you know, less space for me to put things.
Yeah. Having space is something that you should only do if you have incredibly good self-control.
I don't.
Because if you have a shelf that has empty shelves, you will put something on it. Whether it's an intentional putting something there or I'm just going to put this here for now. Anytime you have, as this table is getting more and more crowded, anytime you have space, you're going to put something there unless you really are completely OCD.
I mean, I'm so bad with impulse control. I went to Petco the other day for some dog treats and walked out with a betta fish. Just because he looked like he wanted to fight me. And I was like, you know what? I got a tank. It's empty. I can put you in there, you know? And he constantly just stares at me and wants to fight me. And I'm like, okay, bro.
Dink.
Yeah.
Did you put a mirror on the side so he could argue with himself all day?
No, he did just get some new plants. No. So he's quite enjoying the new plants.
Nice.
So I'm like, all right, whatever you want, fish, you know? Add it to my collection.
There you go.
So,
what other animals do you have in your collection?
So I got 2 dogs and a cat.
Mm-hmm. Any of them ride motorcycles with you?
No. I might be able to get the cat to do it, honestly.
Never know.
My male dog, he's super attached to me. Could be a little unhealthy, you could say. But the noise is a little loud for him. Mm-hmm. He wants to be right there. He really does. Mm-hmm. So maybe if I got him some earmuffs and a sidecar, because he's also like 90 pounds.
Oh, yeah. Kind of hard to put him on the tank.
He's a big dude.
Yeah.
You know, he's a big chocolate lab pit mix. Mm-hmm. So he's a big guy. I'm like,
He could throw you off balance a little bit.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. And it doesn't take much on the Harley. Like, I got little legs.
Yeah.
And I tiptoe on it. So any shift of weight just enough and it's going down.
Yeah.
We're going down.
You've seen the 2 stunt guys that we have for the open house.
Yeah.
Rodney's got a little French bulldog and he's French bulldog? No, French terrier. Sorry, Pickles. I'm not describing you properly, but he's got a harness and he's all about it. He's training him and he may or may not make an appearance at the next stunt show. So that would be fun.
Oh.
Pickles, the amazing stunt dog.
Yeah. Yeah. My dogs would not do it.
Yeah.
But I could probably get my cat to do it. She'd probably do it. Mm-hmm. She's a black cat though. So she's chill with everything. She's just like, feed me. And that's about it.
Yeah. We get people that'll bring their dogs in either like little harnesses or sometimes little special made containers of some sort and sidecars. We have some cute pictures of people bringing their dogs by in sidecars. There was this one guy that had I think it was a pair of golden retrievers and they were so cute. Both of them had their goggles on and that was very, very cute to see that.
I mean, you got a bunch of people out there. What's this guy? Knucklehead? Mm-hmm. Is that the pit bull that has the green mohawk? And he's always riding up on the dragon and stuff.
Yeah.
And there's the guy that's got the parrot and he has his own little specially made sidecar that's attached to the front fairing. That's and funny. His parent rides in that. Like it's crazy what people do when they want to take their animals somewhere.
Well, as long as the animals really truly enjoy it and the person's not just like, oh, they love it. And the animal's like PTSD.
Yeah. Maybe I need to get my betta fish set up there.
Maybe.
He'd probably do it.
He probably would. He'd probably
want to be a little fish tank.
Yeah. He'd probably be wanting you, fight you and be like, go faster.
Yeah. I probably need to get something other than the Harley though, because it's just going to shake the entire time. Like Harleys do.
He'd be a fish slushy by the time you got him back.
It would probably not be great.
No.
He loves it.
Yeah.
He's just shaking.
The fish is like, get me away from this person.
Yeah. He's like, put me back in my tank.
Yeah. That would be funny. Yeah. We had somebody bring a snake here not too long ago. And that was a bit interesting. Yeah, we've seen birds, lizards, snakes. No, I don't think anybody brought a cat in here yet.
Not yet. Not that you know of. It's been they've probably been in one of those little backpacks.
Maybe, yeah. Several backpack and carrier dogs, if you want to call them that, when you're putting them in a duffel bag. Lots of dogs on leashes.
Yeah. Which would make me nervous, being around bikes.
Most people there's been a few people that were bad pet owners, in my opinion, who bring them in off leash. And what they don't realize is I've typically always had dogs here. Mm-hmm. And, quite frankly, it's my dog's house.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And bringing your dog into anywhere unleashed is, you don't know what you're taking them into. And I think every good dog owner or animal owner has to always remember that, yeah, your dog might be trained, but maybe another dog's not, or you are taking your dog into some other dog's domain. Mm-hmm. And, you just need to be a good pet owner, because so many things, as you probably know, so many things happen, and the animal suffers because the owner was an idiot. Yeah. And that's just not cool to do that to your animal. So if you want to be a good doggy owner, always make sure that you're leashing them up when you're going into, somebody's building, business, whatever, and just check it out. Just make sure that it's okay. Ask first. Yeah. And then also people who bring their animals to big events where it's hot and noisy. Yeah. It's kind of weird.
Yeah. Or they take the snakes out and it's like 22 degrees out and it's like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Or they're lizards. You will never see my dogs here because my female is very dog aggressive. Mm-hmm. So she just stays at the house and chills with my grandma and, 60-pound dog and a 80-pound, 95-year-old woman. It all works out.
Yeah.
But my male dog, he is not a social butterfly.
Yeah.
He judges everyone. Everyone, especially men. Mm-hmm. But I mean, I am gay, so he didn't get a whole lot of interaction with men going.
Go.
So
he's judgmental.
He's just like, I don't know about you guys. Mm-hmm, yeah, mm-hmm. He'll go places with me if we go hiking or something, and he's great. Mm-hmm. He doesn't run off. He barely does anything. He sees a squirrel and he's like, oh look, there's a squirrel.
Squirrel. Mm.
And it's like, are you gonna go chase it? And he's like, I don't know, that's pretty quick.
Yeah.
It's like, okay.
Too much effort.
Yeah, he's like, all right. So yeah, he's you'll probably never see him here. Yeah. He's just too many people, too many noises, and he just looked like he's having a miserable time. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, okay.
We like seeing them. It's just I question people's judgment when they bring them to, particularly with the open houses with the stunt show and everything going on, because it's so noisy for the dogs. Yeah. And you can see some of the dogs are not enjoying themselves. Yeah. And, again, we love seeing them, and we usually have water out there for them and stuff. But when it's hot, it's a lot of asphalt out there, lots of noises, and we want your dog to have fun. So.
Yeah. I mean, I know my two-strokes loud, so I can only imagine what it sounds like to a dog.
Oh, by the way, when she was saying that's her strategy, we're not inviting more two-strokes to the slow races because it smokes out the whole parking lot.
It does.
What is going on out there?
It does. I know. I had a whole arsenal of bikes, and I'm like, I'm going to choose the loudest and smokiest one I have.
Well, it's not like you can sneak in.
Oh, no, there is not unless you just roll it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And
we hear it fire up. We see it fire up, and it's like, oh, there she is.
Yep, I'm here. Yeah. I'm here, guys. Yeah. Don't worry.
So how are you going to work on your skill set for the next year's championship? What's going to be your secret on that?
Well, I talked to your guy downstairs that, I forgot his name.
Brody.
Oh, my God. He was toying with me. He was toying with me in that last one.
Brody is full on allowed to be in there. And there was some question of whether or not people who work here should be in there. And my ruling, just for the world to know, slow racing is a skill that you do not accumulate just by working in a store. So I think it's open to anybody because it's a skill set that you have to have.
Yeah.
And it's not like I let him just go out in the parking lot and practice during the day. He's got to do it on his own time. Actually, if I saw them out there just practicing, they know it would be a raised eyebrow, and they'd be like, "Oh, I'm in trouble now."
Yeah.
So it is open to everybody. So next year is going to be very, very stiff competition.
Yeah. So I have a plan.
Yeah.
Workout, and I talked to him a little bit, and he mistakenly told me his plan.
Oh, all right.
So I'm also going to work on that. It's probably not going to be anywhere near as good as he does it, but we're going to give it a shot. So it's going to be fun.
Mm-hmm.
And like I said, I'm going to continue to kind of build my skills. There's quite a few women's riding events happening.
Yeah.
So I've more out west. So I might tie that into traveling.
Mm-hmm.
In Arizona, there's one towards the end of the year, so I'll probably hit that. I'm going to try. So yeah, trying to, anything I can find, any clinics or anything. I took one in July with this lady up at Lookout Mountain.
Nice.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing. She does hard enduro.
Mm-hmm.
And she did Tennessee Knockout out there. And we went up there and watched, and that stuff looked just absolutely miserable.
Yeah.
I'm like, no,
Nice.
no, I don't feel like doing all of that.
Yeah.
You know, I like to build skills, but that seems like a lot of effort into that one. So yeah, that's just continuing anything I find. If I see something and I want to try it, and I'm like, you know what, I got the bike, let's do it.
Yeah.
I got the money, I got the time. I just like I said, I like to learn things. And you can take everything from any type of bike riding and tie it back together.
Yeah, a lot of the professionals will always cross-train into other segments of it because it strengthens their main race style or whatever.
Yeah, and it also breaks it up.
Yeah,
you're not doing
just
the
monotonous.
same thing every day. So that's I like track. I loved mini moto.
Yeah.
Mini moto is the funnest if you want to do any kind of track and not spend hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of dollars. Mini moto.
Yeah. One of the guys that we had earlier on, he really, really likes it. He's part of one of those groups too. Yeah.
Yeah. It is, you know, I had my little TTR 125 out there, and it definitely is fun. The Southeast Mini Moto guys, super great. Mm-hmm. Super great. It was always fun. There was never felt left out, you know? So yeah, that was really fun. And then when I moved into track, you know, it shifted because there's a lot more responsibility. Mm-hmm. You know, I had a R1.
Just go for the gusto.
Well, there was a deal with that.
Oh, okay.
I was looking for a 6 because I wanted to get middle of the. And one of my ex-coworkers, her brother was selling what used to be her bike. And I was like, oh, okay. Like, what is it? She goes, an R1. And I'm like, a what? She goes, oh, R1. I was like, you rode an R1? She goes, yeah. And I was like, okay. And so I asked the price. It was a good price. I was like, oh, okay. And yeah, so I took that thing, and I was like, everybody's like, oh, you got 1,000? And I'm like, unfortunately, this is just what I have. So yeah, bike can absolutely do way more than I can do on a track. So it was trying to find that good balance, and I was always worried, you know, I was gonna outride my bike and, you know, hurt somebody else. You know, if I go sliding off track, cool, but if I take somebody with me, that was always a concern.
No, I mean, it's still, the track is a track, and it's a risk. Anytime you get out of bed, it's a risk of something. But the track is the place to do that for sure.
Yeah. And it's exhausting.
Yeah.
It's exhausting, especially mentally. And you're like, because you're constantly thinking, and I'm like, okay. Well.
Yeah, that's full 100% concentration on what you're doing.
Yeah. And I'm like, okay, well, I might get like half a track day. And I'm like, okay, I'm starting to slow on my reactions, so I probably need to take myself out. So yeah, I do not recommend getting an R1 unless you're doing like drag racing or something.
Well, it just depends on what class you want to be in, and that's a handful for most tracks around here. It's just kind of a little bit overkill, I would say.
Yeah, I mean, I went to Barber with it, and that was awesome.
Yeah, Barber would be great for a big leader bike like that.
Yeah, Little Tally.
No.
It is not.
Plenty overkill.
Yeah, it is. I stayed in like second gear because it's just like another left turn, you know?
Well, most bikes, even small displacement bikes, have so much innate ability over the rider. Like you put a professional road racer on a 400cc motorcycle and they are going to smoke the average person.
Oh, absolutely.
The bikes have so much ability, and, just getting something that you can afford, that's comfortable, that you can handle. You're just going out for fun. I mean, unless you feel like you are really going to go after this as a career and you are trying to, be on that podium and win sponsor money and all that, just have fun. Just get something to go out there. Unless you're trying to be number one, just get out there and ride.
Yeah, I was not trying to be number one. So it was, I was just trying to learn.
Yeah.
I learned to go slow really well. So I needed to learn how to go fast.
Yeah.
And it was a lot. It was a lot. Currently, my brother's buying it from me.
Uh-oh. So that'll be a lot for him.
I think he's going to possibly do drag racing with it. But I was like, easy, because then I don't have to deal with people.
Yeah.
I don't want to deal with people.
Yeah, I understand that.
I also don't want random people riding my bike.
Yeah.
Especially with it being an R1, it's going to attract some hooligans, and I'm not about that.
Yeah.
Like, don't wreck my bike.
Yeah.
Please.
Cash in hand first.
Yeah. But no, the small displacement, even with dirt, when you go smaller, it's easier to get over obstacles because you can kind of just sling it around.
Yeah.
So I like my little 125 it does a lot of things. It does a lot of things. It does mini moto and it does dirt and, so yeah, it's definitely a little bit funner because that big 360, it's old school too. So it's heavy.
I bet.
It was very hard to get out of a mud puddle.
Oh, I'm sure it was. Well, I hope you have fun training for your next championship. So for those who want to get in on the slow race championships, we have them here at WOW. We do them on our third Thursdays events. You can see it on our social media when we start posting that again in springtime. It's open to everybody who has that skill set, but you got to bring the skill set. So
you got a year to practice.
Yeah, you do. Well, not quite a year. We've got some months till springtime, but the championship, you have to be in some of the slow races themselves on the bike nights too. We take the winners from those and then it ends up in the championship. So we're looking for more participants, and there is cash prizes in the end.
There are.
And a cool trophy. So
there is. And listen, don't count yourself out either.
All right.
Because, I can have a bad day and I'm out.
Yep.
So it just depends. Always give it a shot. You can try. If you don't do well, keep practicing.
It's a lot of fun. It's, you would not think that it is so fun watching people try and go as slow as possible, but it really is. It's a good time.
Like I said, any skill, it's just, you got to work at it.
Yes.
You got to practice it.
Yeah.
So I will also be practicing. So.
Okay. Heads up, Cody.
Yeah.
So how can people see you if they want to see what you do? You have social media?
So
what is it?
I usually go through Instagram, so it's Mothra_92. So if anybody wants to follow along with any of my traveling and motorcycle shenanigans, or even women that just looking to ride, because that seems to be a lot of issues, is a lot of women don't know where to go and who to ride with. There's several women's groups out there that you can ride with. And you just find a buddy and y'all just go out and ride. So if you ever need anybody, just hit me up. If I'm not available, I will find somebody for you.
Cool. Well, that's always very nice too. Make people feel comfortable. So
yeah,
we appreciate you coming in and sharing your stories with us, and we'll have you back when you're the next year's champion.
Go work on it. Go work real hard on it.
Good. Yeah. All right. Well, thank you all for tuning in, and we'll see you on the next episode. Thanks. Thank you for tuning in to Candy's World on Wheels podcast. Leave a review anywhere that you're listening to this podcast, please, and thank you. Reviews really do make a very big difference in the growth of our channel. Some kind of stomach foam happening here. I don't know.
It's a gut bomb. That's what that sounds like.
So the first words on the recording is some type of gut foam. So we have that now, if we ever need that in the future.
Okay, good. That'll be on our little outtakes.